Hi guys, welcome back. For the just new subbies, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of the basics of what you'll be needing to do your nails at home. I know with the COVID-19, everyone's at home and we can't go get our nails done. So I'm just going to show you the basics of what you'll need. I'll also be throwing in a couple things that I like to personally use, but I'll be letting you know exactly what you will need and what you won't. Now to start off, this is something that I do use. I do get a lot of cuticle growth, so I do have to use this. I like to use it the night before because some people have said that it can cause lifting. So what I'll do is, like, if I'm going to be doing my nails the next day, let's say I'll be doing them tomorrow, so tonight I'll be removing the cuticle from my nails. And tomorrow I'll be doing my actual set. So I usually don't use this on other clients. It's just on my personal use. So you don't need this, but this is what I do use. Next thing you'll need is a cuticle pusher. And there are several different kinds. This is the one that I have, and this is the one that I use. And you just push back your cuticles with this end, and with this side you just remove it. Now you'll also need a sanding spray. I do have, this is just alcohol, and I also have the ASP one, the antibacterial one. And so this one I use for after I remove any dust. Then I spray this on, and then I remove it with my lint-free wipes. Like I said, this is just plain alcohol, and you can get this a little spray bottle at the Dollar Tree. So you'll also need your lint-free wipes, and again, that's just so you can spray it and then remove it with this. And you do have to make sure that they are lint-free, because if you leave any little residue behind, it will cause lifting. So again, make sure you get lint-free wipes. And if you can't get a hold of that, you can also use those Scotch Shop towels. They work really well. Now another thing that I do use is a hand sanitizer. That's just mainly when I'm doing clients' nails. I'll give them a little bit, and I'll put some on my hands as well. Now you'll also need nail clippers, and that's just to trim your nails. And also I like to use this one, especially because it has a straight edge, to trim or to cut the tips off from the nail tips. Let me show you a little of what I'm talking about. So if I want coffin, I'll just cut a little bit off like that. And then now if I do want it stiletto, then I'll go in a little bit deeper. So that's what I use the nail clippers for. You'll also need, now this one, you don't need it. I do get a lot of hangnails, or like I do by my skin. So I do have to go in and trim it or cut it off. You're also going to need some nail tips and some nail glue. This is IBD nail glue. I don't necessarily use it. I haven't used this one. I have used the Bondini nail glue. And right now I'm using a cheap little glue that I got from, I think it was eBay. And it works really, really, really well. So I'm sticking to that one, especially because it is inexpensive. And it works, so why not use it? You'll also be needing some nail tip cutters. This is the one that I use. I do suggest you have a backup, because if it breaks or something, you'll have another one to use. Or you can also just use your nail tip cutters. Your nail clippers, sorry. You're also going to be needing, you don't need this. This is just something that I like to use. Obviously, you'll need your drill. And this is a mandrel, and I like to use this to buff the shine off my natural nails. And this is an 80 grit. You don't need anything more coarse than this. This should work just fine. You can only use the 180 grit and the 200 grit on your natural nails, because if you use something that's more coarse, it will cause damage. So just be careful with that, and make sure it's a 180 or a 200 grit for your natural nails. Now, if you don't want to use that, you can go ahead and get a hand file. But you do it, like I said, you do have to make sure it's 180 or 200 grit, same thing. Applies for the hand files. And that's just to remove the natural shine from your nails. Or you can use a buffer. Now, for the hand files, if you don't want to buy a drill and you want to just to use your hand file, for acrylics, you do want to get an 80 grit. Or 100 grit works as well, but I personally like to use 80 grit, and that's just, you know, just to file the acrylics. Next thing you'll need is a brush, and I have several different kinds. I got this one from eBay. I bought this one from the Dollar Tree. These two I like these two a lot. They're sturdy, the bristles are sturdier, and they're, I don't know, I'm able to get more dust off of my nails, especially in the little crevices. And again, then there's this one too. Some people like to use softer ones. I like to use the stiffer bristles. And again, that's just to remove the dust from your nails. You don't want any debris on there because it will cause lifting. So once you've applied your tips, you are going to need, this is not necessarily a necessity. I like to use it. It's a dehydrator, and it's from Mia Secret, and it's called the Nail Prep. And like I said, this dehydrates the nail. You don't have to use this one. You can also use 100% pure acetone, or sometimes you can also use the 90% alcohol, rubbing alcohol. So there is that. Now you will definitely need a primer, so you can buy whatever primer you like. I have used a no lift nails. And for some clients, I did get lifting with the no lifting nails, so I decided to go with this one. Why give this one a try? It is very, very small, but it works really, really well. So I highly do recommend this one. It's a Young Nails Protein Bond. And it's not acid, but it works really, really well. Next thing you'll need is a little dapping dish. Now there is a different one. Let me show you. I do have this right here. This is one that they usually give you or show you for online, but I like to use this one for my monomer. I just pour, I don't fill it all the way up. I kind of already have like an eye for it. I pour a little bit. Obviously, if you need more, then just add more. So this is what I use, and it's a tea light candle holder. So you'll also be needing your monomer. I haven't tried this specific one, but I have tried the Mia Secret one and I loved it. However, it does have a very strong odor. It has a very strong scent, so I decided to try the Nail Couture one, and I absolutely loved it. It's easy to manage as well. They are both really good and easy to manage, but like I said, the Mia Secret one is very, very strong. So the Nail Couture one works well for me. So you'll need your monomer, and you'll be obviously pouring it into your little dapping dish. I forgot to mention, I do like this cuticle bit. I do have my nail drill, so if you have a nail drill or you can afford to get one, I highly recommend you get a little cuticle bit, and you do go very, very lightly or gently over the cuticle area. Obviously, if you do press down hard enough, it will cause indents and you will damage your nails. So again, just be very, very careful with your bits. Now you will need clear acrylic, and that is to build your nails. You can, if you want to do colored acrylics, you can make your own or you can purchase them, whatever you decide to get. I do highly recommend the Mia Secret one, especially for beginners. It is very easy to work with and very inexpensive. And like I said, if you want to do gel polish or regular polish, you can just build your nail with a clear acrylic, and then you can go ahead and file, obviously, and then you just apply your polish. Or you can also make your own. Now, if you are going to be making your own, I highly recommend you get a white acrylic, and you'll mainly need the clear acrylic, but you do want to add a little bit of white acrylic to make it more opaque. And again, if you're wanting to make your own color acrylic, you're going to need your clear powder, your white acrylic, and you are going to need pigments. Now for the pigments, I do highly recommend the mica powder pigments. However, those do have shimmer, and if you don't like shimmer, just get regular pigments, and that'll do just fine. So you'll definitely need clear acrylic, white acrylic is just mainly for it. Well, obviously if you can afford it, get it, because you can do an ombre, you can do all sorts of things. Now this is something that I highly recommend if you can afford it, or you can get a hold of it, because I know right now everybody's trying to buy everything to do nails at home, so it's a little bit hard to get right now. But I do really recommend this. Again, this is to I don't know, just everybody likes it. You can do ombres, you can do baby boomers, are basically the same thing. So, or just apply to the entire nail itself. Again, it's the Cover Beige, the Cover Pink, and the Cover Rose. These are highly, highly recommended. Now, I did forget to mention in the beginning, I do recommend a face mask. I know right now it's hard to get face masks, but if you're going to be doing nails for other people, obviously not right now, but in the future, make sure you get a face mask, because the dust will go into your lungs and it can do some harm. Now, you are going to be needing your base and top coat. This is a brand that I like to use. I just started using a different brand. It's called Wonder Gel, and I like both of them. They both really work well, so I highly recommend them. Next thing you'll need is a cuticle oil, and that's just to rehydrate your nails. Your cuticle area. You don't necessarily have to have this. This is a wax pencil. This is a rhinestone or crystal picker upper. It's a tool to pick up your crystals. And let me show you how it works. So you can even pick up large, or sometimes big crystals and little ones. So those are the basics. Obviously, if you want to do gel polish, you can buy gel polish. I did forget to mention that you will need a UV lamp or an LED lamp. UV lamp for your base and top coats. That's if you are doing gels, so make sure you get your lamps. This is both UV and LED. And some gel polishes or gel top coats only require a certain one, either UV or LED. So I highly suggest us to get both the UV and LED one. And I think that is it for now, guys. Like I said, you can buy colored acrylics, and you can buy gel polish to paint your nails, or you can also make your own colored acrylics. So those are the basics for what you'll need to do nails at home, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys till next time. Bye!